The two old rivals will meet in the postseason for the first time since January 1995's NFC title game.
I think it's real hard when, you have a season where you lose 4 in a row. Most places, when you lose 4 in a row, guys, it's tough to keep guys together.
It was an instant classic for sure. So that was a game you dream of being able to play in.
An instant classic that left everyone feeling a little beat up.
Me and Jimmy was on the sideline before the game started. He was like, Debo, this is going to be a body bag game. And me, I was like, nah. And then come fourth quarter, Jimmy's like, well, do you believe me now it's going to be a body bag game? I was like, yeah, because I'm hurting right now. Just ready to get out of here.
Apparently I used a body bag quote that, they used in their locker room this entire week. And I was saying it was for both sides of the ball. Whoever it is, Rams or Niners, someone's leaving in a body bag. And we go down 17-0, and I had 5 guys chirping me in the air that, hey, you guys are putting you in a body bag kill. And I was like, a lot of time up on that clock, boys. And hopefully I can see them again because that was a fun body bag game.
In the year's most physical game, Jimmy Garoppolo shook off his thumb injury and threw for 176 yards in the fourth quarter and overtime. Everyone inside SoFi Stadium knew he was on fire.
We're fighting through a fire thing right now, so it's it's just the group of guys we got, man. It really is. Guys love each other in that locker room, care about each other, and I think that goes a long way when you get into those tough situations, and that's when it shows.
Juwan Jennings picked a great time for a career day. 6 catches, 94 yards, and a pair of touchdowns.
Just to come out with the win the way we did, it means everything. Shed a few tears, man, just thinking how far we done came. And, we still got a long way to go.
Young guys making contributions all over the field. Most notably rookie cornerback Ambry Thomas, who finally earned Kyle Shanahan's trust at the end of overtime.
He's definitely made a believer out of me in the second half of the season. And I would not have believed he could have with how it started off. And that sounds kind of harsh, but it's not. It's a huge compliment.
The 49ers' third-round pick will have his hands full with the Dallas Cowboys, who have the league's top offense. Thomas has been working towards improving in practice every week.
I forgot which week it was, but I had 2 picks back-to-back periods in practice, and John Lynch kind of looked at me and nodded and like, yeah, keep on going. So I'm like, yeah, I'm here.
As always, we dig deep for answers. That's why we brought in Lorenzo Neal, 16 years in the NFL, blowing open holes in the fullback position. 49ers, a game they had no business really got to be an end, down 17-0. Why did they win this game?
Vern, it's simple. Attitude. I can say it now, attitude. But Vern, I'm going to tell you right now, when they were down 17-0, I looked at this game and said, man, what are they going to do? Jimmy didn't look great, was struggling getting the ball out of his hands. Some of the balls were selling on him, just didn't look comfortable. The Rams took a piece of their playbook and said, we're going to run the ball. They ran the ball several times down the Niners' throat. That first drive when they scored a field goal, you're like, oh my God, the Rams are going to play more physical than the Niners today. And then bless God Almighty, and right before the halftime, lightning struck. Jimmy got fired up. The offensive line started pounding, and they just started imposing their will before halftime. It was attitude.
I could just feel the momentum shift. Could you?
Oh, absolutely, Vern. I'm watching the game, and you especially when, just like you alluded to, after the half, right when they knew they had the ball, and you saw the way that the San Francisco 49ers came out that first drive and said, I'm going to impose my will. They were moving them off the line of scrimmage, creating a new line of scrimmage, and even though they lost the turnover battle, Vern, they were able to overcome and win this game. But yes, you could feel momentum swing, and I'm going to tell you, the 49er faithful, Vern, they traveled well because LA, that place was on fire, and there was a lot of Niner fans in there.
You had 11 straight rushes in one scoring drive.
That was so amazing. That right there is the San Francisco 49ers at their best. When they're able to run the ball, like you just alluded to, 11 straight rushes where they said, anything you can do, we can do better. You are not going to stop us from running the ball. And they didn't stop. They just continued to pound the ball. And what did that do? That helped the 49ers later on in that game with the passing game because the pressure wasn't on them because they were so afraid of the play action and the run game with all the misdirections. The San Francisco 49ers, that second half, they just imposed their will and they dominated that game.
All right, so you got a 49er team. They are the 6th seed. No pressure on them. just go on the road against the mighty Dallas Cowboys, a team that Shanahan even said himself today really didn't study much up on them. I got 2 days to prepare before we could put the game plan in on Wednesday. So once you're in the tournament, Lo, you know, anything can happen, right?
Vern, absolutely. You remember the Music City Miracle, Vern? I was a part of that.
You were there.
You were there, Vern. I was there, Vern. I've been on a wild card team that found that got a little lightning in the bottle, so it can happen. This is going to be tough for the 49ers. They're going to go on the road, and they're playing a Dallas team that's playing really well too. But it's going to be a battle of the will. Only way San Francisco wins this game in Dallas, you know it, Vern. You can't turn the ball over, and you got to stay attention to details and do what you do well, and that's run the ball and beat people up.